So cute. So hello everyone and welcome to our whole team winning call this evening. It is Tuesday the 17th of March 2020. The world hasn't come to an end yet, and we're so lucky to have the amazing Emma on our call this evening. So Emma, I obviously have got to know you a little bit better over the time that we spent in Dubai, but I just wondered if you could share with everyone a little bit about your story and your journey.
Yeah, absolutely. So, well, first of all, it was so incredible in Dubai. Like, honestly, Dubai was the most amazing thing ever. But if I just share a little bit about me and my journey. So I joined the business in February 2018. So I've only been part of the business now for 2 years. I joined because I worked in London. I was in the corporate world. If I'm honest, I just didn't have enough money. Every single month was such a struggle. Some months I used to literally, now this sounds really bad thinking back on it, but there used to be some weeks towards the end of the month where I used to literally order a pizza from the local takeaway for $9.99. It was a 20-inch pizza and it used to last me all week. I used to have like a slice or 2 slices every single day, but that's how bad it was for me. But a lot of it as well was money management because I used to go out spending money on alcohol. But, you know, I didn't have enough money and life was really, really difficult. I actually was introduced to the business as a customer. So for anyone who, you know, thinks that they have customers at the moment who look like they've got their life sorted, they've got a good corporate job, offer them the business anyway, because Kirsty offered me the business and she actually thought I would say no. But obviously here I am 2 years later as a national marketing director in her team. So, you know, that's tip number 1. Always make sure you offer your customers. Doesn't matter whether you think they'll be interested or not. You never know who needs it, because obviously I wasn't going to post on social media about me eating a pizza for a full week because I was so poor. But yeah, so I ordered from Kirsty back in December 2017 because I got really chubby. I jumped on the shakes and she tried to upsell me to the capsules and boosters. I was like, no, don't want that crap. I just literally wanted the cheapest thing I could afford to get me skinny, basically, because obviously I didn't have any money. So I jumped on plan and I lost 2 stone, was loving the shakes, and that's when Kirsty offered me the opportunity. So when I joined, my journey has been pretty quick actually. So within my first 3 months, I actually ended up hitting SC, Sales Coordinator, which is of course the 3rd promotion. And, you know, I was absolutely loving it. And can I just say as well, I did that pretty much without a team, because when I first joined, I recruited from day 1. However, I could never keep anyone. Like literally, I recruited about 20-30 people in my first, I think it was like 5-6 months, and they all left, every single person. So the reason why I got to SC in 3 months was because I did have one teamie who got to her first promotion. So obviously I was able to then hit SC. But apart from that, I pretty much did it by myself. And how I really did it by myself was just being a product of the product. And I'll come on to that a bit later on. So 3 months into the business then, obviously I was feeling really excited. You know, I was really looking forward to my future with the company, and I was still doing it alongside my full-time corporate job. Then something really, really terrible happened to me, which kind of changed my whole life. My brother was away in Amsterdam and he got hit by a car and instantly killed. And it kind of really hit me at this time of my life. You know, I was kind of thinking, I can either throw all of this away and just, you know, carry on with normal Monday to Friday life, or I can actually do him proud and follow my dreams, because life is too short. Obviously, like, I was so heartbroken, and I'm quite emotionless when I talk about it, because as you can imagine, if I let emotions sink in, then I would probably stop crying. And I nervous laugh a lot as well in awkward situations. But you know, it was kind of, for me, it was a bit of a turning point. I know so many people have life that happens, and we all have, you know, things that go on in our lives. We lose people, we break up with people, you know, things happen in life, you know, and it is all terrible, but life happens anyway, with or without this business. And it just made me realize that I didn't want to carry on living the way that I was living before Juice Plus. Like, I didn't want to work Monday to Friday 9 to 5 for the rest of my life, counting down my days till I retired. Because literally, I'm not even joking, I used to sit at my desk at work and I used to be like, only 40 more years till I retire, can't wait till I retire. Like, and what kind of life is that? It's not a good life. So, you know, obviously, like, it was so tragic what happened to me. And I remember, you know, the very next day, I didn't obviously turn up to work. And then I decided to still post on my social media anyway. It was the hardest thing I've ever done in my life, waking up the next day and posting. Obviously, I wasn't posting like, oh my God, I'm so happy, because that would just be really, really bad taste. I was just posting like the bare minimum, this, that, and just to keep my business afloat while I was going through this terrible time, because my future self needed me. And I knew that in my future, I would thank myself for showing up after obviously what happened. So then obviously after that, I then moved on to hit SSC in 6 months. And funnily enough, it was 5 months into my business, or was it 4.5 months into my business, nearly 5 months, I got 2 girls who joined my business within a week of each other, and they literally changed everything. So if you ever feeling disheartened about the fact that you've like recruited people and they've left, or they don't really bother doing anything, like, it's their loss at the end of the day. But literally within a week of each other, 2 amazing girls, and I see Gemma's just posted love hearts because she's still with me and she's a qualified national marketing director of my business. The other girl left. But it just goes to show that, you know, don't ever get disheartened about the fact that people coming and going in your business. You will find incredible people that actually want this business and want this opportunity. So yeah, so 6 months I hit SSC, 7 months I hit QNMD. So I went straight to QNMD the month after SSC. Then it took me 13 months to hit NMD. So my journey has been really, really fast. And of course, I'm still NMD at the moment, which I've been NMD now for a year nearly. It will be a year in about a week and a half. And funnily enough, the universe has a funny way of doing things sometimes, but I actually hit National Marketing Director on the same day, well, a year anniversary that my brother was killed. So he did that. Thanks for that, Daniel. So here I am a year later. Obviously, I've built an incredible National Marketing Director business. Now, I guess, Emma, did you want me to go into like sort of my top tips on how obviously I've got to this point?
Yeah, can I just say, you're so powerful when you share. And, you know, I've heard that you share your story before, but I just, you know, it's amazing that you use that pain to drive you to success and not to wallow. And, you know, and I know you said you've had really tough times, but you've like pulled yourself up every single time. And even listening to you speak, the development in how you share your story and how you can see how much you've been working on yourself through self-development, and your energy and everything is so powerful. So it's made me feel really emotional, so I apologize, but
that's okay.
yeah,
I have been on the most incredible personal growth journey. You know, before this business, I was like, obviously what happened to me, you know, during the business has helped me grow as a person I am. But before this business, I literally used to suffer so bad with anxiety, with depression. I had really bad mental health, and sometimes my mental health does creep up on me. But I've learned how to handle it better now, and I have more of an understanding. And I just feel like what this business does is not only gives you the power to be able to help people's health and wealth, but it also gives you the power, it gives you like a bit of a platform to be able to inspire people's like mental health, mental well-being, you know, emotional, everything like that. So, you know, and I'll come on to that a bit later on anyway, but you know, you have to use this opportunity to not only make yourself a living, but also inspire the world as well. So if I just kind of move on to my top tips as to how I've become successful. So tip number one, and this is like a massive thing for me that I always say, it's kind of what I've built my business on, because my business brand is Be Beautiful, Be You, because I believe in order to be beautiful, you have to be yourself. So, you know, tip number one, just be yourself, like whoever you are as a person, just enlighten that and be that person. You know, obviously when I first joined, Kirsty is my upline, but you know, the incredible Lauren Roberts and Nat Young, they're obviously the main PMDs in our team, and I used to of course look up to them. And obviously then you've got Olivia who's under Lauren, and I used to always be like, oh, I wish I could be more like them, and you know, be a bit more like fun and more glamorous and all things like that. But then I slowly started to realize that if I was trying to be like them, it didn't work. So instead of trying to be like someone else, I just thought, what would happen if I actually was just myself? Because I'm like a little bit crazy, I'm a little bit rude sometimes. I'm just me. I'm just like, you know, unapologetically me now. So that is a massive tip, like always be yourself. And I think that as well comes a lot when it comes to like posting and all things like that. It's so easy, and I'm guilty of it as well. You know, I did it in the past. It's so easy to copy and paste other people's posts and, you know, really copy people, what they do. And it's okay, especially if you're brand new, like I get it. We all start somewhere, but just put a little twist on it, like make it your own, make it so it comes from you, because let me tell you, the people on your Facebook and your Instagram will instantly know if that status or that post has come from you, because they know how you talk, they know your mannerisms, like they know you more than you probably know yourself sometimes. So just be yourself. The second tip I've got here is about loving the product and loving the business. So obviously when I first joined, I joined because I'd lost the weight on the shakes. However, I did fall off the wagon, and I did put on the weight again, because I was like so busy getting to NMD. I was like, didn't even take care of myself, wasn't looking after my own health or anything. And it wasn't until actually I had a light bulb moment in Edinburgh. And I was like, right, I really need to get back on plan now. I need to sort my own health out, because I need to inspire others, obviously inspire healthy living around the world, but that needs to start from me. So November, I came back from Edinburgh and I got back bang on plan, and I've lost 2.5, nearly 3 stone now. Obviously, I'm the most healthiest I've literally ever been, which is the most amazing thing. So people can really see that. And of course, as you all know, we just recently got back from Dubai. So on the run up to Dubai, I was literally like taking bikini pictures, obviously talking about Dubai and how, you know, I'm really excited to show off my new body. So, and I said, this is one of my top tips. And like, you don't have to get half naked and take a bikini picture, but it helps. So go and get sexy in a bikini and go and take a picture, and literally your inbox will explode, because let me tell you, I get so many more messages when I post a picture of myself, like maybe in a bikini, or, you know, maybe holding my trousers from where they're too big. You know, you don't even need to be half naked. It's just about your own process. Or, you know, if it's not a weight loss thing, that's cool, because obviously we're not a weight loss company. That's just my personal journey. If it's like a skin thing, you know, if your skin's got better, like whatever it is, just make sure you're always creating stories for yourself to be able to share on these products. So you've got to love the products. I mean, if I'm being honest, my favorite products are the capsules. And obviously I love the shakes as well, and the lift. And they're the main products that I sell because I love them. I actually don't really ever sell soups, bars, chewies, because I don't have children, because I don't really talk about them because I don't love them. Whereas the capsules, shakes, boosters as well, and lift, I actually use them and I love them. So that's what I sell the most of. and obviously about loving the business. So I was on the phone to one of my teamies actually before doing this training call, and I was saying to her, like, I have the most unshakable belief and love, not only in myself, but also in this business, because I literally feel like if someone was to say anything negative about Juice Plus, I'd like laugh in their face. I'm like, I love Juice Plus so much. Like, you know, because Juice Plus is just the most incredible company to be a part of. Like, we have the best product in the world. We have the best like mentors to look up to. We have the best business model, especially like in times like today. Like, you know, I've literally, you know, done a post and I've said to people, you know, I am so thankful that I've got my online business at the moment, because I can self-isolate and still earn an income. You know, there's so many people who are off work at the moment and they're only getting sick pay from the government, and that's like, so many people can't afford that. So we have an incredible opportunity here. So make sure you get so much love for the products and the business that it comes out so passionate in you that people can actually feel it through your phone. So when you're on a live video, you're like, oh my God, I actually love this business so much. People are like, oh my God, she actually does. So, you know, kind of, so you like project that feeling onto people, but you actually have to feel it first in order to project it. Otherwise, it's just fake. So if you don't love the product yet, and if you don't love the business yet, it's okay. Don't panic. Don't pack up shop. Just go out there and go and find something to make you fall in love with it. Go and look at the website, you know, go and watch YouTube videos, like whatever it is to make you fall in love with the products and fall in love with the business. Go and do it, because you will thank yourself, because you'll be so passionate about it. It will just rub off on everyone. Like literally everyone I speak to, they're like, you really love what you do. I'm like, yeah. I'm like, why don't you do it? So the next one I've got here, like, this is really obvious. Work hard. And when I say work hard, it's not exactly hard. So waking up every day and doing a good morning inspirational quote, not hard. Adding a few people on Facebook, following a few people on Instagram, posting throughout the day, packing out your stories, you know, doing a bit of interaction with people. It's actually not hard. And funnily enough, in Dubai as well, because obviously, you know, I was in Dubai, I was still working on my business, but you can actually do a full DMO in an hour, 2 hours. Like literally anybody on this call right now, if you only have a spare 1 hour, 2 hours a day, you can smash out a DMO. And that's what I was doing when I was in Dubai, because obviously I do this full time now, so I can sit at home, I can do a little bit of my DMO there, then go and do something else and do a little bit here. But when I was in Dubai and I was really busy, like all day, every day, we were doing something, I was having to make sure I was getting my DMO done, and I had like 3/4 of an hour to do it, or an hour to do it, and I smashed it. Because it's not hard to do what we do, but it's kind of like, in a way, I think Emma Leyland actually always says it about choose your hard. You know, do you want to spend 5 years of your life working hard, it's not hard, on your business, or do you want to spend 30, 40 years working for somebody else? Like, choose your hard, choose what you want to do. You know, I'm only still 2 years into my Juice Plus journey, and I'm literally hardcore. Like, I work really hard on my business. Like, I sacrifice so much, and I say this to my girls as well. I'm like, you know, if you want to go for a big promotion, I call it the NMD God. We've got an NMD God in our team, and you have to give him a sacrifice. Like, obviously, don't start going around like slitting sheep's necks and giving them sheep. Like, don't do anything like that. But you need to sacrifice something. So when I was going for NMD, I wouldn't go to the cinema, because that would mean like 2 hours off my phone. I wouldn't drink, because that would mean my head would be fuzzy while I was drinking, and then my head would be fuzzy the next day. I wouldn't, like, literally, I gave up so much, because what I wanted most was more important than what I wanted now, if you see what I mean. So just think of things that you can actually sacrifice. Maybe, I don't know, sit there and write a timetable of your daily, your week, what you do every single day in a week, and see what you can cross off. So it might be pub on every Friday night. Literally, for like a year of your life, don't go to the pub every Friday night, and you will see how much difference it makes to your business. Your business will just skyrocket. So all go and give something up. because you will be so thankful for it. And the last one I've got here about my top tips is taking responsibility for yourself and your business. So again, obviously coming back from Dubai, I actually got to spend, I felt really lucky actually, I got to spend quite a lot of time, like one-to-one time with Jeff Roberti, and he is obviously, we all know who Jeff Roberti is. He is just amazing. And what he said to me, which really stuck in my head, was don't look up to your upline. Don't look down at your team. Look in the mirror and look at yourself. Take responsibility for your actions, for your business, because at the end of the day, this isn't your upline's business. This isn't your team's business. This is your business. If you're not where you want to be in your business right now, you have to look in the mirror. You have to have a word with yourself, because it's all down to you. And yes, we can all sit there and be like, but my team aren't doing this. Well, if your team aren't doing that, go and find another team that will do it with you. Do you see what I mean? So, you know, you have to just take full responsibility. Don't blame others. Don't be like, well, the reason why I'm not where I want to be is because my team, or the reason why I'm not where I want to be is because I don't get support from my upline. Do you just go for it? Like, this is your business. It's not anybody else's but yours. So you have responsibility to yourself to make this work, and you've just got to take responsibility for yourself, your actions. If things aren't going your way, and I did this actually with my leaders the other day in the group chat. I said, go to a mirror, because obviously I took Jeff Roberti's words literally. Said, go to a mirror, go and stare at yourself dead in the face, and be brutally honest with yourself as to why you are not where you want to be. And we all did it. We all had tears. We all felt really emotional about it, because what's holding us back to get into our next promotion? It's us. It's not anybody else. It's only us that's holding us back. So just remember that. Go and all have a chat with yourselves in the mirror tonight or tomorrow. Just be so honest and so raw with yourself, and tell yourself what is going on, why you're not where you want to be, etc. Just let it all go. Shall I move on to the next one, Emma, the recruiting advice?
Yeah, what you said is so spot on. The mirror. I've got so many people comment in the chat about the mirror is so true. I've heard Jeff say it before, but it is so true. But yeah, let's carry on. So we've got people asking questions about DMOs and stuff, but let's go on to the next one. We can come back at the end if we've got some time. So yeah, recruitment, if that's okay.
Yeah, so at the beginning of this call, obviously I said I would come back to about you know, sharing your everyday life, because one of my top tips on recruiting is seeing yourself, now don't laugh, seeing yourself as a blogger or a Z-list celebrity. So I basically pretend in my own little world, in my own little bubble, I am Emma Leyland off of like Towie or Love Island or something. Like, I pretend in my head that people actually think I'm famous, like a little bit. Don't laugh, but it works, okay? So what do you want to see on someone like someone who does Towie or someone who does Love Island? What do you want to see on their Instagram? You want to see everything, right? You want to see them where they go. You want to see who they're with. You want to see like literally what they're doing, what they're wearing. You are so obsessed with them. That's how you need to think of yourself as one of these Z-list celebrities. You want to make people become obsessed with you. And that's what I do. So literally, I just think of myself as a blogger or Z-list celebrity, and I blog my day. So obviously I do my posting every single day, like post on my social media, but on my stories, especially on Instagram, I literally blog everything. So if anybody follows me, you will know things about me, like I love to record myself eating popcorn because it makes me dance. Yes, popcorn makes me dance, but my followers love that because they know, and like literally I get people messaging me, sending me pictures of them eating popcorn, all things like this, because that's kind of like a trade thing that I've done that people are thinking is funny. Obviously I share my life, what I'm doing every single day. So I share like me going on walks with the girls, I share me working from home, I share me going to get my hair and nails done. I literally share my whole life, and I get so many people say to me, but my life is boring. And I'm like, mate, trust me, you think your life is boring? You should try living my life. I basically, you know, this whole self-isolation thing, that is my normal life. Like I self-isolate my whole life. That's what I do, but I enjoy it because that's my life, and I really, really enjoy just being like, you know, by myself with my girls, enjoying country life, not leaving my house. Like, it's what I enjoy. So obviously that's my kind of tribe. So I need to find people who equally enjoy being at home, being with like their fur babies or like human babies or whatever. So literally you just need to block your life. You know, even if you work full time, you can still be doing like things in, like you can go on lunch and do a funny video while you're in the car or something. Like literally just everything you do, record it, okay? And sometimes it's quite difficult to remember. So it's just about getting into the habit, because before I started doing it, I used to have to force myself, oh God, I need to record this. But now I'm like, oh, I need to do this so I can record it. Like literally, it does flip a switch in your mind eventually where it becomes a habit. I think they say it takes 21 days to build a habit and 90 days to create a lifestyle. So literally, if you can force yourself for 21 days to literally be a blogger, Z-list celebrity, be whoever you want to be, and just blog the hell out of your whole life, like every single, like every hour, every half an hour, put something on your story, you will get people wanting to like watch you, see what you're doing next. Like honestly, people love watching you eat popcorn and stuff like that. So I've got another one here as well, which I've just said about being real. So obviously I touched on that already, about being yourself, but you know, be real as well. Obviously I am positive 90% of the time, but it's still good to be a little bit real. You know, the other day when Caroline Flack, obviously when she took her life, you know, that really affected me, like, because you know, I've suffered with mental health in the past, and I was just like, that just touched me so close to my heart, and it was like so close to home. You know, it's okay to talk about things like that as well, and just be a real person and be relatable, have emotions as well as being like really positive, because people relate to that. I think one of my teamies, Gemma, she actually did, I hope she doesn't mind me saying this, she actually did a video the other day about how she's just overcome something recently, and she got the most likes and the most views and the most interaction from, oh no, I don't know, that's okay. She got the most interaction because she was so raw and so real. So don't forget, obviously, while still you're being positive and creating a nice little inspirational bubble, still always be real and be yourself. I've also got here about recruiting. Don't forget to do voice notes and offer people phone calls as well. So, you know, it is a bit scary sometimes. Like, I still get like scared of talking to people on the phone. It's a millennium thing, I think. Is that what we call millenniums or whatever it is? But even tonight, like before I was going to call Amy, my teamie, who I called before this, I was like, oh, because I don't know what it is. Like, we're just weird, I think. Like, because we're just so used to texting and like talking to someone on friends. Like, hello, this is weird. But I get it. Like, it is a bit out of your, if you're anything like me anyway, like a bit weird, like it is a bit out of your comfort zone. But if it pushes you, if it makes you feel like that, got all the more reason for you to do it. So if you're talking to someone and they're interested about the business, be like, are you free for a phone call? And then give them a phone call, have a chat with them, get to know them. It doesn't matter if you know everything about the business. I've been doing it 2 years and I still haven't got a clue about most things because I just like literally wing everything. But you know, it doesn't matter. Like if they ask you something and you don't know, just be like, oh, okay, like I don't actually know that, but I will find out for you and I'll let you know. Like, get to know them, have a chat with them. But you know, obviously if phone calls are a bit too much or you're too busy for a phone call, then don't forget voice notes, because then they can get to know, they can get to hear your personality. No, you're not, you know, like a random Indian man that's trying to like recruit them or something, like something scary like that, so they know you're a real person. As well, I've got here, use the tools that are given to you. So the opportunity call, like most teams, I think, do have opportunity calls. So we have an opportunity call every Monday that Nat does, and obviously it's incredible. Every single time I get people on that call, I always recruit from it. And funnily enough, it was a Monday afternoon that Kirsty messaged me saying, jump on this opportunity call. I was like, okay. I jumped on, listened to Nat and the guest speaker, and I was like, sign me up. So if it wasn't for Nat's opportunity call, I wouldn't be here in this business right now. Make sure you use your upline as well. So I say to all my gals, you know, feel free to add me into a 3-way group chat, or send them to me and I'll have a chat with them, you know, whatever they feel comfortable in doing. But you've got to remember, whether it's your upline or your upline's upline, you know, you can use them, and that's what we're here for. Like I say to my team all the time, I'm here to serve you because I want to help you have the best business that you can. I want you to do better than me. I want you to have incredible businesses. So I'm your server. So whatever you need me to do to help you build your business, do it. So hopefully your upline will have the same kind of approach. If not, go to your upline or your NMD upline and use them, you know, get their advice, get them three-way group chats, etc. That works really, really well on our team. And I've got here as well, always talk about exciting things obviously going on in the business. So obviously we've got, well, hopefully we've got Silverstone convention that is in May, so that's really, really exciting, where we all get together, we have so much fun, we get to learn, we get to meet each other. Obviously Dubai, if you haven't already gone and shared stories about us leaders being in Dubai, go and do it. Like, go and stalk one of our pages or whatever, get some pictures, do a post about it, because it's an incredible thing that the company did. All expenses paid for trip for us to go on. So go and share that, because that's really exciting. Obviously talk about us opening in new countries, because obviously we've just launched in Romania, and I know we're opening in Mexico and Portugal this year as well. Obviously talk about the new bonuses. I know they came out in January, but I'm still excited about it. I still love the fact that anybody who joins brand new can now get an £80 bonus. Like, that is incredible. That excites me so much. And obviously the new PMD Plus bonus, 40 grand or whatever it is. Woo, that really excites me. Obviously team incentives. So I don't know, you know, if your upline or whatever sets you an incentive. If not, and you have a little team, set a little incentive. Like, it doesn't have to be anything too expensive, a bottle of Prosecco, but just get the excitement going. And the last thing I've got here as well about recruiting is share success daily. So every single day I make a point of sharing success, whether it's my own success or somebody else in the team, or somebody else who's not on the team, you know, like whether it's one of the other incredible leaders. Like, for example, I know I've shared a story before about Emma, you know, how she's went from council house to where she is now, and the whole kettle and toaster thing. Like, you know, it's okay to share other people's success, but don't forget to share your own as well, because even if you've only been in business for a week or 2 weeks, you might have grown a little bit as a person. Whatever, the smallest amount of success is still a success. So make sure you're sharing it every single day. And not just that, you know, talk about what your future goals. Like, for example, you know, before I bought this house, I was like, I really want to buy a beautiful home in the country, a big, beautiful home. And obviously people who've been following me from day one can now see, because of this business, I've bought a big, beautiful home. So that's, you know, me sharing my success with others, so they can obviously see this opportunity. So that's what I've put about my recruiting advice.
I'm like scribbling notes down. That's why I've come off camera, because it looks like I'm being really rude when I'm writing notes with my head down. But thank you so much. You literally just firing out stuff. It's amazing to listen to. Will you just share a little bit about your was it customers, the last one?
Yeah, customer base I've got here.
Yeah.
So obviously, with regards to customers, it's about looking after them. We all need to make real big effort to look after customers. You need to make that person and that customer feel like the most important customer ever. You know, when they message you, you need to, like, if you work full time and everything, I get that you can't always message back straight away, but you know, if you can message them back straight away, be really encouraging, send them. What I do is I message my brand new customers daily. So when they're on the detox, I'm like, how do you go on today? Like, have you drunk lots of water? Have you got moving today? If you haven't, get yourself running up and down the stairs or something, or go and clean a cupboard or something, just to get you moving a little bit, to really encourage them, because we want our customers to do well. Because if they do well, number one, obviously they will refer us. Number two, they might join us. But if not, if none of those, they're going to come back to us and they're going to order more from us. So make sure you message them daily when they first join. I understand some customers don't want that, and that's okay, because I didn't want it actually. When Kirsty got me as a customer, I was like, just leave me alone. Or message them weekly. I as well send my customers recipes, and we've got a customer support group as well where, you know, we put recipes, we put fun stuff, we make it like really interesting. Build relationships with your customers, not just Juice Plus talk. So obviously I've recruited quite a few teamies through having a bit of a laugh with my customers. You know, I'm a bit of a light-hearted person, and I do like to have a laugh and a joke as and where I can. So, you know, really try to get to know your customers. And again, I appreciate not everyone wants to get to know you, and that's fine, but, you know, try and create a bond with your customers, and just, you know, ask them about themselves, their lives, like their children, what they do for a living, what they do for fun. Like, get to know them and listen to them and actually care about them, because when you actually care about someone and when you actually listen to someone, they can tell the difference to you just being like, oh, how are you getting on? Oh yeah, that's brilliant, well done, keep going, babe, like, kind of thing. Like, that's just a bit like generic. Get personal with people. And actually that's one of the things that I learned from Stephen Bartlett in Dubai. Dubai taught me so much, guys, so you all need to be at Rio 2025. You'll come back a new person. But yeah, one of the things that I learned, obviously, when I was in Dubai from Stephen Bartlett, was the fact that, you know, in this day and age, so many people are impersonal. So the more personal you can be, the better, because then you will actually stand out from the crowd. And people remember how you make them feel, not what you said to them. Does that make sense? So yeah, I mean, I guess that's it on my whole customer thing. You know, keep it simple, love on them, make them feel amazing, and support them.
It's so true. How you make people feel is so powerful, and you never forget that when someone gives you an experience through their conversation, or like how Jeff Roberti made you feel in Dubai. Like we got to spend time with him on a smaller basis for the night under the stars, but he engaged you know, he engaged with you, he gave you top tips. You'll never forget that the top earner took interest, you know, and it's really powerful. And it's so true what you said. And, you know, sometimes you forget, if you've been in the business a while, actually it's so important to make customers feel like they really are so important to you, and they are the absolute key to our business. So it's actually been mind-blowing Zoom, Emma. It's been amazing. Thank you so much.
That's right.
Just so much information, but said in such a way it's been really inspiring. So I'm really grateful for your time this evening. Is there anything else that you just want to add before we?
Well, if everyone's feeling buzzing right now, because I've actually got myself feeling buzzed, I'm not gonna lie. Go and jump on a live video and just share your excitement, because again, on the phone to Amy just before this call, I was saying, how did I get to NMD? How did she get to QNMD? Because I've got 2 QNMDs in my team. I'm very, very obviously thankful. And we both said it was excitement. How did we get to where we are? Excitement. So if you're feeling excited right now, which I hope you are, then literally just go and jump on a live or do a story on your Insta or your Facebook and just talk about how excited you are for your business right now, the future, etc., because it will really help you.
Thank you so much, babe. Massive thank you. I'm going to stop the recording now. So the recording will go up on